So this is prabhpreet Singh, student of Managing Innovation and IT. So this is my first module, Innovative Problem Solving. So here I'm going to talk about my presentation on obesity. So here I'm going to let you show to my presentation. So here it is. So that's my presentation on the obesity. So obesity, actually what it is, it's a root of obesity that run deeply into the human body, and it really creates accumulation of mass in our body. So here I am going to talk about obesity. What is the introduction of obesity? Obesity is defined as abnormal or excessive fat accumulate in the human body that present a risk to the health. Or a crude population measures of obesity is the body mass. We can summarize it as a BMI, body mass index, that will be include a person's weight divided by the square of his height. So these all are the contents of my presentation of obesity that I'm going to describe further. First about introduction that I already discussed. So after that there I'm going to talk about early age group obese cycles. After that I will talk about obesity effects on physical postures of human body, how obesity correlates or give birth to more diseases in our body, and furthermore I will elaborate more about health effects that that correlates with the obesity. And after all these discussing of problem of obesity, so I will talk about the solutions, how to overcome the obesity problems and how to be healthy. I will then explain about how a human body can get rid of obesity by doing something like exercises in his home, or going to gyms, or for the workouts. After that I will give you tips about healthy food diet that we include in our food in our daily routine to overcome this obesity problem. And in the conclusion I will talk about why obesity ruins the human body and how we have to make our daily routine set to give a push start to our human body to just be healthy in this hectic scheduled day of life. So the first I'm going to talk about in the early talk about cycle of childhood obesity. Here you can see there is a various cycles of childhood obesity where there is a mild obese child. It's really looking more younger, and after that when the child grows, so normally you can see that this is the cycle of childhood. Over there is a healthy child who looks more with muscle with no body fat. After that there is a guy who has a mild obese child who has with 20% of obesity in that fat accumulated in his tummy. So after that when the child's habits ruined, so that after that there is a guy who is moderately obese child, like he has some uh, sort of fat in his body but not that much. So after that there is a severity obese child who has more body fat that can create more diseases in his body. So it's all the cycle of the childhood obesity, how a healthy child to mild obese child's habits can ruin his body. After that the obesity create more diseases in his body. So it's all depend upon the habits and how their parents teach them how to be in a good posture. So these all are the cycles of obesity. So in the next I'm going to describe about effects of obesity on physical postures, on every human being's like effects. It's there are too many effects of obesity on our body posture, like in the human when the fat accumulated. So there it creates many diseases, like you can get with the hip joint movement during a standing task or doing anything like drawing forward flexion motion. Obese subject short flex trunk posture. There is also a problem of increased hip joint movement, hip to bend distance for simulated standing work. There are a lot of problems created when fat accumulated in our body. So it's not a disease, but it's all about our habits, and it can be converted into disease if we ignore it. So we usually So after that, on the next slide, I'm going to show about how obesity give birth or create more diseases. So like including more complications, system most often it affects on the human livers and kidneys. So on especially on the liver, when these are the obese persons, the liver becomes fatty, so it will create more problems in the body. So also there will be effects of birth defects on the ladies. So these all are the the problems of obesity, that at once fat accumulated in the body, then give birth to more diseases. So it also create the risk of cancer in the human body. So it's very dangerous to have in the in the body. So actually, what is the obesity is? It's the fat accumulated, and that's the extra body fat in our body that converted when no one can obey or care about his body. It's all give more health effects. So over there are also health effects of obesity, like when the children eat extra calories and high amount of sugars in the fast food. These all are the primary causes of obesity. So we usually have to parents usually have to teach children how to be in a calorie deficient diet, so that they can get rid of these all types of problems in us all ages. So on my next slide, I'm going to show about health impacts continued. So as I earlier discussed, when the fat accumulated in the body, it really affects on the liver of a person. So the transfer fat containing in the fast food gradually accumulate in the liver and make it a fatty liver. So it also quite the risk of damaging that our human organs. So we usually have to care about our body function. So on the next step, I'm going to discuss about how to get rid of that problem. So we usually have to act as a healthy example in front of the parents. Don't eat in front of children. Eat healthy food in front of the children. Usually can be set as a good example for them, so it would be very beneficial for them in the future. So the parents usually have to explain them they face many problems related to their health if they go for the junk or the fast food. So it's the main reason why fat or obesity correct in the body. So parents usually have to discuss with their children to always be in a be in a well prepared healthy diet. So it don't go for the unhealthy food like pizza, burgers, or any other thing that really create damage to their bodies. So they have to they always teach their children or or other society members to always cook healthy food at home, add some special ingredient that could be full of vitamins and minerals that could give more energy to your body. So after that, I'm going to discuss about some solutions how these problems can be overcome by doing something. So in our daily routine, we usually have to adopt one exercise that can we go for early in the morning. So it would be very beneficial for every person. So physical exercise either is going for jogging, walking, or going for the gym. It's all depend upon the person habit, how he want to go for the workout. So it's very beneficial to burn the fat accumulated in the body. So it would be very good task for him. So it is, so some prefer to go for a walk or doing some exercise in their home or in the outside park, but some usually go for cardio exercise. It would be also the good for reducing the weight, where our cholesterol reduction it would be done by doing cardio. Also it decreases the blood glucose and bad mass that create obesity, so it would be the good solution to go for the cardio at once in a day to keep your body fit. Also along with it, I'm going to talk about some tips on healthy food so that can create that can give you more energy and also make your body obese free. So it is very varied and in a balanced diet like fried potato that all are full of nutrients and vitamins. Do always go for the 5 meals: breakfast, morning, lunch, snack, dinner. Not go for a heavy meal a day, so it would be very good for them to get rid of that problem of obesity. After that, I'm going to talk about some innovative solutions that can be very beneficial for these obese persons. So like I'm going to show you about my some courageous that can be for those persons who have a more obesity in his body, like have more uh, fat accumulated, so they can go and buy these gummy belts online. So it would be very beneficial for them. Along with their domestic chores, they can wear it and their sweat can come out, so it would help them to reduce the body fat. So after that, there is equipment for those love to gain muscle. Along with also there is a electronic equipment for those who want to gain muscles along with burning the fat accumulated in the body. So there is equipment that would work for them on their tummy. So they just want to wear it on his tummy for half an hour, and it will do electronically and it will burn the fat and your muscle will grow and automatically your body fat converted into the muscle. So it just working more like it the electronic workout is you don't have to do anything, just that machine would do work on your body and it will convert your body fat into muscles and it will give you the more shape in your tummy. So these all are my solution. One is for the belt who want to don't want to do hard work, so they just have to wear it on his tummy. So after that, there is electronic equipment those want to convert his body fat into muscle. So in the end, I would like to mention that regular consumption of food rich in saturated fat as fast food causes greater tendency toward overweight. So those want to overcome the problem of obesity, they just want to be in a a very well planned healthy diet, so it would be good for them. After that, obesity isn't a disease, it's the appearance of many other hypertension. So usually every person have to adopt exercise and using this equipment that I mentioned. So it would be good to maintain a good posture of body with a healthy diet. So thanks all. This is all my assigned presentation on innovative problem solving on obesity. So this is prabhpreet Singh, managing innovation and in IT student. So this is my first module of innovative problem solving. Thanks. That's all.